For both of you guys, what does that feel like when you have a game where you score 107 points? CJ, you have a career high. Luther, you shut down their leading scorer. What does the game feel like as that goes on?
It's just a good feeling. You know, we had to string a couple good days in practices, the last couple practices, and we knew that they were going to come in and make some tough shots, and we kind of focused on that on the defensive end first, and we kind of executed our plan.
What he said, and our scout team been they get us ready for every game, and they've been kicking our butts, and then the whole week up until this game. So we was just better prepared.
For you, what was it like preparing to guard Conchar, and how do you think that went for you?
It's a big job, big role. You got to lock in. You got to know what he do, what's his strength, what's his weaknesses, and he's a great player at the end of the day. And he moves a lot without the ball, and he do a lot for them. So you just gotta stay attached to him and pay attention to detail and play your role.
CJ, it seemed like early on they had you playing their game up and down quick. What changed there maybe early on in the second half to where you guys were able to pull away so easily?
We just weren't making smart decisions defensively, and that kind of led to bad offense. We got a couple silly turnovers like myself in the first half, and that kind of slowed us down a little bit. We weren't making as many shots, and then later we started being a little smarter with the ball, knocking down those same shots that we were taking earlier. So it kind of led to, us opening the lead a little bit more.
How much confidence does this team have early on this year as maybe opposed to last year when you guys were maybe starting to get to know a new coaching staff and new team? Where's the difference from this point last year to where at this point this year to last year?
It's kind of very similar in the case. Last year's team was a little bit more established team-wise, but we had a new coaching staff. This year's team's kind of the opposite. We were kind of established coaching-wise and older guys, and now we have a new team. So it's very similar. We got to take it day by day. Obviously, today was a good day for us, and we just got to get better in practice tomorrow.
Luther, you love defense. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I love defense.
Why?
Because everyone who play basketball like to score, but what is scoring if your guy's also scoring? So I just feel like it's better when you score and also you getting a stop and your man not scoring, because if you score 20 and your man score 20, you really ain't score. So I take a lot of pride in the defense.
You've always done that? Like, where's that come from?
Basically, that's just where I'm from, and that's just what I grew up on.
CJ, what's it like to be guarded by Luther Muhammad?
Honestly, I mean, he's a tough defender. You guys can see that himself, but I kind of use my old tricks on him, kind of get him in foul trouble and stuff like that.
CJ, the UC victory was huge, it being an opener, but this team, especially in the second half, didn't play fat-headed. And you said you had really good practices. What did Coach see in the film? What did you see in the film from that game that told you knew you had to dig more?
Right after we won that game, Coach emphasized the next few practices and how this Fort Wayne team was going to come in here ready to win. They beat a couple of good teams, and they're very good in their league, so we had to be prepared. And the way we played in the first half wasn't good enough. And if we would continue playing like that, it would have been a dogfight the entire day.
And Luther, you and Dwayne in particular, being freshmen, you guys are grasping the moment. I mean, you guys look like you want the ball or want to be covering the ball. Could you just talk about that fact that you want to be in the moment?
That's credit to my teammates, CJ, Key, everyone on the team. Like, they allow us to be ourselves and just play. And if we take a bad shot, they'll just let us know. They'll never be like, yo, they'll never yell. They coach us through every play and every decision we make. So I just thank my teammates for that and the older guys on the team.
CJ, given the lost offensive production last year. Is this the kind of game you envisioned having?
As far as the win, that's pretty much the only thing. We know we have to win to be successful, especially with the tough schedule that we have. So that's kind of the only thing that I'm concerned with at this point.
You had a drive in the first half that, I mean, it looked like you were really confident in what you were doing. I don't know that you've always been able to make that. Is that something you've always had confidence in? And do you remember that play? Remember what happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure which exact play you're talking about, but I just know the coaches stayed on me all summer, and that's kind of where it started. Right after the season ended, we got straight to work, and just spending time in the gym. You know, once you get to this moment, it's kind of like you've already been through it. So you just perform what you did all summer and all preseason.
You've probably always prepared for the other team's best offensive player. What is that like doing that in college as opposed to doing that in high school?
Now you can be defending a draft pick rather than just defending a top 100 player that's an unfinished product. So, like, it's definitely more detail, and you just got to be ready all the time.
What is it like then paying attention to those details and making sure that you're ready to take on that kind of challenge?
It's just preparation. We go over man detail in practice, and once again, our scout team get us ready. So thanks to them, and it's just me being locked in from start to finish.
Who were you going against in the scout team to get ready for this game?
Just about all of them. We switch. We probably go like 5 possessions, and everyone switch. Everyone guard a different guy. So just about everyone.
Is this kind of compared to last year, is this kind of a different offensive approach as a team? So with 28 3 attempts for you guys today, is this something different than the team you saw last year and kind of coming into this year?
Yeah, it's a lot different. We just got a lot of different personnel, a lot of guys that can do a lot more things this year, opposed to last year. We had a great offensive system, but this year is obviously different. We just got different pieces. And so I think we're becoming accustomed to what we can do, and we got to just kind of learn each other's strengths and weaknesses and where everyone likes the ball and just little things like that. But I think we got a long way to go. We're obviously nowhere near to where we can be, and it should be fun to see where we end up.
Did you feel like this kind of showcased the Ohio State offense's ability to shoot today and something that can maybe be long-standing in the future?
Yeah, definitely. We know we can shoot within ourselves. At this point, it's just going out there and doing it. We shot the ball very well, especially in the second half, and so we just got to look to build on that and prepare for Creighton Thursday.
CJ or Luther, how you say you're talking about getting better and better, but how much better can you guys get defensively? I mean, you guys held a Cincinnati team that's traditionally good at shooting to 56 points, and then a team that scored 71 on UCLA just scored 112 in their last game. I mean, just how have you guys been so effective defensively?
Biggest thing, like kind of how Luther said, is just pride on the defensive end. You know, we work as one, and we work every day to work as one. We had a couple miscues that kind of can't happen just throughout the year, especially as we play the conference schedule. So I think we can get a lot better defensively, communicating-wise, just switching better, ball screens, kind of everything, and keeping the ball in front. It just goes all around, and so.
Last question for Bill. CJ, I was just wondering if you did anything in the offseason to quicken your release. It looked like your shot was getting off a little faster maybe than it has in the past, or maybe that was just in my head. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope so. But my teammates just found me in the right spots tonight, and credit to them just finding me and looking for me as I kind of got rolling a little bit. And then obviously once I see a couple go in, confidence level goes up.
Thanks, guys.